Hello and welcome to your reading, Sagittarius. My name is Miss Sweets, and we're going to be finding out what it is you need to be aware of for the month of October. Some of these messages deal with love, some of them deal with career and finance, and some of them will resonate and some of them will not. Whatever resonates with you, that's great. Take it, and if it does not resonate, then it's probably just not your story. All right, let's start with the oracle cards that we have in front of us, okay? The first card that we have is the Lenormand card representing the Tower. Now, the Tower is not necessarily the tower as in tarot. It's usually representative of corporations, of larger structures, structures within figures and entities and things like that. So we have the number 19, and then we have the card that says Goddess of 10,000 Names, Isis, Endless Animations of the Priestess. Okay. The next card you have a lot of goddess energy. This is not a goddess deck, but it says goddess. The light attribute is the feminine expression through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality, and the shadow aspect is exploitation of the female nature and form. And then we have a card that says Isis, which says surrender, and it's the number 44. And that's kind of ironic because this is a goddess deck, but it's only Isis. And this is a African goddess deck that I'm using, and Isis still came out. So the goddess of 10,000 names is usually known as Isis or Aset. That's pretty interesting that all this goddess energy just came out, Sagittarius. So let's take a look and shuffle some cards and see what it is that these cards are really referring to. First of all, let's start with the energy of the Tower card. I explained that the Tower card in Lenormand is not necessarily about destructive endings or things like that. This mostly deals with authority figures, politics. It can deal with your professional life or a certain building, a career. It can even deal with court or court cases. It's just the political entity in itself. It's not necessarily dealing with like happenings or abrupt situations in life. So that is something that deals with professional or like a role that you play within your career or like potential court happenings and things like that. Okay, and then you have all these goddess cards. So let's first start with the goddess of 10,000 names, Isis, the first one. Goddess energy, let's talk about that for a second. Goddess energy, it deals with wisdom, it deals with sensuality, it deals with grace, prowess, which is basically how you use your skill and your expertise. All right, some of you could be embodying certain associations or goddess associations such as Athena, maybe even Venus, Astarte, Kuan Yin, maybe even some West African Yoruba goddesses. But I'm going to read those two cards together because they are basically as one. So the shadow aspect of the keyword being goddess, which is here, it said exploitation of the female nature and form. So that comes up as like self-indulgence or overly critical about your autonomy, things like that. So maybe some of you could be wanting to change the way you look, or maybe you could be feeling like you're not appreciated or you're not appreciating yourself for the way you are, the way God made you. Maybe there's something that you want to change about the way you act. Maybe you feel like you're not as feminine enough, or maybe you feel like people don't recognize the femininity in you. Maybe they're not respecting the goddess within you. So this is like a reading that's going to kind of bring you back into that sensual state, or to bring you back the feeling of having that, reminding you of that respect that you deserve as a god, okay, or as a goddess. Either way, it doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and start with the keywords. Let's change these cards around because these are basically the same cards to me. We have the number 44, and the number 4 usually represents symmetry, but there's two fours. So this is practicality and endurance and hard work to me, is what I'm going to see it as, okay? I'm sensing that a lot of you are under really hard criticism, is what it feels like. People are either watching you for like everything that you do. You are very hypercritical about how you look, or people are just very hypercritical about how you look. You have the energy of the 7 of Cups and the energy of the 10 of Wands, and I already know that the 10 of Wands is very much dealing with energy that is burden, having responsibility, being obligated to hold out all these struggles. And usually when I think about Aset, or the Nubian goddess Isis, the one of 10,000 names, usually that card usually urges you to release control, right? Release control and allow spirit to carry you, not being worried about being tied to all these different hats that you have to wear on a daily basis during the month of October. You're trying to always figure everything out by yourself, but it feels like spirit is trying to tell you that everything does happen in perfect timing. And I feel like there is more options, more available, that are coming to you during the month of October. We have the Seven of Cups and the Eight of Wands here. So let's talk about that Seven of Cups for just a second. Seven of Cups deals with wishful thinking, choices, and sometimes being indecisive. But I feel like there's going to be some major decision that you're about to make, which is going to propel you towards sticking with some sort of like a big change, because the Eight of Wands is like a form of change, but it's about travel change, excitement changes, and progress, right? Positive movement forward. So some of you could be dealing with the fact that you're moving to a new space, a space where you feel like you're respected, a space to where your burdens will be lifted off of you, where you could feel like you're living more so in a life of luxury, where you have more options at the job that you're at, or where you feel like you're not discriminated against by what you look like, or discriminated about how well you carry yourself. This is just you kind of being open up to new venues, okay, and releasing those constraints that holding you down with the energy of Ten of Wands here. Let's see, what else do we have for Ice, the energy of Isis, goddess of 10,000 names? We have the Queen of Wands. So there we do. Anytime I think of the Queen of Wands, I always think of goddess energy more so than I think of it when I see the Queen of Cups, because Queen of Wands is definitely more about confidence, about passion, is being self-assured, being charismatic, okay? So I see you having optimism towards being able to build a life that you're very happy with, being able to have the energy of the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is usually about fulfillment, all right? Also, it could be about domestic harmony as well, but I'm feeling like this is you living your best life, feeling like you're getting all the praises that you need, feeling like you're taken care of. This is stability as well, because we talked about the number 44 here with the card that says Isis. So there are going to be some struggles that come along with it, but I feel like the fact that you, in whatever role that you're playing, this one is a role that does have power, and it's to be very highly respected with the energy of Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups usually has to go through all the other cups, goes through the Ace, the Two, the Three of Cups, 4 and 5 and 6. So this talks about experience, and you knowing how and when to use your power. I feel like you have a charismatic personality, Sagittarius, and I think that you're ready for some new adventure, right? I don't think that you're necessarily meant to stay in one set of shoes or fulfill one set of roles. And I think for the month of October, you're going to be proving that to yourself and to other people around you. We have the Six of Cups here. So the Six of Cups is about being generous. So someone is going to give you some sort of a major opportunity to show your skill set, to show what you're made of. Someone is going to gift you with the opportunity to be more I don't want to, I guess, like it feels like to be more responsible in the field that you're in. Remember, we talked about the energy of the Tower card. So I feel like authority figures and politics and things like that. You're jumping into a whole nother role. This is something that's kind of scary, it looks like, but it feels like with the Queen of Cups, you're definitely up for the challenge. This is a very big business adventure that you're going on for some of you, and for some of you, it's just you jumping into higher roles to where you can perform to your best, and people are going to really be watching you. You're going to be under a very watchful eye. You're going to be chosen to make very difficult decisions on where the company or where your relationship goes, or whatever it is that you're running. It doesn't necessarily have to be a business or entrepreneurship or a job or anything, but this is the energy of Two of Wands, which talks about planning. So there's going to be a lot of planning. Someone's giving you the opportunity to make a really big choice, or you're going to be leading the way, making very critical first steps and decisions, right? Some of this may be a little bit uncomfortable for you, but I feel like you are more than capable. You have that energetic skill set. You have skill set, and you're very energetic towards your passions and your goals, and other people are going to see that and respect it, because the Tower card here for Lenormand says that this is an energy that is going to demand respect because of the experience and the energy of the Ten of Cups here that we have. I think, let's see, is there anything that you should be aware of for the month of October with the energy of the goddess Isis? Okay. And why do we want to, what is it that they need to surrender? So what is it they need to surrender? What is it they need to be aware of when it comes to October? Okay. Okay, Nine of Pentacles, lots of shiny new things, a lot of temptation is what it feels like. Okay, the Nine of Pentacles and the King of Cups. So you are going to be tempted to really get things in line really quick. And when things are not going in line or falling into place beautifully, perfectly the way we want to, we see how that's like a straight, perfect frame, right, around this card, right? Things are not framed as beautifully as you want them to. Don't panic. King of Cups says stay calm, okay? So you have the King of Cups. So that means you need to stay emotionally balanced and devoted to the advisor side within yourself, that goddess side within yourself, and being able to surrender things that are out of your control here, okay? With the energy of King of Cups and Nine of Pentacles, things will work out. Things will come together in perfect timing. We have the energy of the World card as well. So there is a sense of achievement and success here. All right. When you surrender, there's a sense of completion. There's a big accomplishment that's waiting for you in the month of October on this new goal or this new thing that you're going for, whether it be in the business venture or love venture or court or whatever it is that have you with your professional life that deals with your career and things like that. We have a card that literally says goddess. Again, there's a lot of goddess energy, so I hope I'm not repeating myself, but we have a card that says goddess energy. It says the light attribute is the feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality. And then the shadow side is exploitation of the female nature and form. Okay, so let's look at the shadow side first, and then we're going to take a look at the light side. Spirit, can you show us about the shadow attributes for Sagittarius in the month of October? What are the shadow attributes of the goddess energy for the month of October? Okay. All right, we have the devil card here. So the devil card, those are the things that are going to tempt us. Those are the things that are going to make us feel like we're obsessed with getting certain results. Or sometimes you make yourself feel like you're powerless or that you're not good enough. And so you kind of lean back on those old beliefs, those old patterns. You have to remember to pull yourself out of that feeling, okay? You have the energy of the sun card here. So you have to remember to think positively and to remember your happiness and your truth and the ability to believe in your own self and to break free of any chains and any expectations that other people around you have, because you have goddess energy, because you have that sensual grace energy. Okay, you are not powerless in this happening here. Okay, we have the energy of the Hermit card here too, so we'll say Hermit and the Ace of Wands. Wow. Okay, so this is you coming out and showing out, having a very positive experience. This is like a positive outlook after you have come out of a period of like hiding yourself, or a period of like um, being quiet or being low. People expect you to be quiet. People don't expect you to rowdy up, to rock the boat and things like that, but you're definitely going to surprise them is what it feels like. Okay, so make sure that you are always full of surprises. Do not be predictable. If you feel like you want to surprise someone by becoming a dancer or what have you or whatever, you better be the best dancer there is out there. And I know that you can be, Sagittarius. And I'm not saying that you're actually going to be a dancer. Whatever it is that you have that you want to do, that you want to pursue, that you've been thinking about but you never put action into, this is you telling you, this cards are telling you that you definitely need to come out with a bang. Okay, because we go from hermit energy to like complete and utter spark of like explosion, the like explosive confidence energy here that we have fulfilling this role. And that's something that you're going to have to carry on throughout the month of October. Okay, we have the energy of the Two of Swords, which is about choice and difficult choices. But some of these choices that you're going to have to be forced to make, it's going to give you a really good positive outcome. The thing is maintaining that outcome. The energy of Page of Pentacles. So the Page of Pentacles is about manifesting your ambitions and planning and being loyal to those plans and those ambitions once you make that choice. So you cannot just walk it. You cannot just talk it. You literally have to walk it. Okay, Sagittarius. Now let's move on to the light attributes for the month of October in your goddess energy, your feminine expressions, your wisdom, your nature, your life force, and your sensuality. Spirit, what is it that you need to let Sagittarius know for the month of October? Okay, so you have the Nine of Wands and then the King of Pentacles. All right, so Nine of Wands talks about resilience, being strong. Okay, I know that Sometimes we don't always want to be the strong woman. We want people to check up on us. Maybe Spirit is saying that there are people around you that you might need to check up on. People are going to be checking up on you to make sure that you're okay. And if it's not you, maybe Spirit is telling you that you need to check up on other people, see if they're all right, see if there's anything that you can give them. Sometimes when I see the King of Pentacles, I think about a person who has abundance. So maybe there's some sort of abundance that you have to share for someone else, and share your own goddess energy with them, to a person that is struggling, to the person that is tired, to the person who needs reassurance here, for the card that says Nine of Wands here for some of you. Okay, let's look at some more light attributes and how you can express this wisdom, this nature, this life force energy, and this sensuality for the month of October. You have the energy of Three of Wands. Okay, so Three of Wands, you have two threes actually, Three of Wands and the Three of Cups. So three can represent growth and creativity, also friendships and joy. I already spoke about you reaching out to friends, checking on your girlfriends, your guy friends, your mother, your auntie, things like that. I feel like a lot of you um, are thinking about momentum and growth. I also see an energy of leadership and celebrations here. Okay, so celebrating the fact that you are with a group of people who think the same as you or have the same beliefs as you. Try to be around people like that, who have happy energy, or just exciting for when you're winning. I feel like they're winning too. Maybe some of you could be embodying that type of goddess energy, as being like a supportive role for when someone reaches that next level, because three represents progress, right? Celebrating something that's been a long time coming, something you've sown seeds for, and now it's finally blossoming into the flower, into the fruit that you're about to receive and harvest from, right? So let's pull one more card to see what do we have. We have the energy of the Seven of Wands. All right, so I'm seeing that you're definitely going to have to be like standing on guard with the role that you play, making sure that no one can knock you down from that role, and making sure that you are all, because I feel like for some of you, people are always watching you. Okay, people are watching you, and I'm not saying that people are preying on your downfall. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that you always want to be like that set of inspiration that someone else that you don't even know who's watching you is. Like, someone's watching you and they're being inspired by you in some way with the energy of Seven of Wands, and you want to make sure that even if you did not have a person that you can look up to around certain things, certain aspects in your life, that you could at least be that for that person. Okay, so the Seven of Wands is usually about perseverance. It's about defending yourself. It's about being protective of your energies and your boundaries. So Spirit is also saying that you might need to make sure that you have you're protecting your sensuality, you're protecting your safety. Also, you could be also needing to like protect how you feel about yourself, even your confidence, not letting anyone really, get in your way of what it is that you feel confident that you can do. Let's go ahead and move on to the energy of the Tower. Okay, so in business and career, possibly politics, career, or court life, or whatever is going on with Sagittarius, what is the message here for the Tower card, the number 19? Okay, let's let Spirit pick the card this time. Oops. Okay, we have 10 of Pentacles. So I see you having an abundance of money. Okay, and a lot of you are coming up with new ideas or new avenues of getting money. We have the Ace of Swords and we have the 10 of Pentacles here. So this is something that promotes progress, and it makes money, keeps making money. It keeps you stable here. Okay, so let's take a look at the 10 of Cups. This is your legacy. This is your stability. I feel like a lot of you are actually feeling very privileged here, that things are not stagnant. Energy of Four of Swords. Things are not going to be stagnant. Things are coming to you a lot clearly. There could be new resources coming in for you. Okay, we have clarity, we have truth, and we have you being able to focus on the future. The energy of the Ace of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. So you're being able to focus on turning negative situations into positive situations, or being able to look at your total surrounding with all those little eyeballs. You see the eyeballs? Being able to look at your total surroundings and seeing the good out of hard situations, difficult situations. Okay, Spirit is letting you know that you do have angels and guides and things like that are all surrounding you and helping you to kind of figure things out. Like I said earlier in the Goddess of 10,000 Names, you don't have to try and figure everything out by yourself, but there is going to come a time where spirit is going to be laying on your mind things that could work for you. We have a picture of a book, we have an angel, we have a bull and a lion. So to me, this represents Leo, Sagittarius, Aquarius, and Scorpio. um, let's see, is there anything else we need to know about the business and finance for the month of October? We have the energy of the Tower card. Don't be afraid to reconstruct things. We have two Tower cards, but they don't mean the same thing. But I feel like there's going to be some things that are needing to be like rebuilt, or something needs to be reconstructed. Don't be afraid to kind of start over again. We have the energy of the Tower and the Fool. So this is you kind of starting over in some aspects, rebuilding a stronger foundation. We have the energy of Nine of Cups, so that's very much contentment, being able to tear down what you thought previously would serve you and it doesn't serve you well enough. Go ahead and tear it down and build it up to your standards. The energy of the Nine of Cups here, build it up to your contentment, until you're happy, until your heart is pleased. Okay. What's the advice here is the energy of the Knight of Pentacles here. So Knight of Pentacles is about being practical and reliable. I feel like the route that you're taking for the month of October is something that is going to earn you money, and it keeps coming in. It's very slow, but you will see your manifestations and new opportunities and resources that are going to continue to come in. Okay. So keep steady with your progress. Don't give up. Don't cut out too soon. Don't pull out too soon. I think everything is going to be all right. What's on the back of the deck? We have the Knight of Swords. I'm just going to say that within the energy of the Knight of Swords, this is the chance to be optimistic and focused during the month of October, and especially in your goddess sensual energy. Sagittarius, if you like this reading, be sure to give me a thumbs up. If it resonated for you, leave me a comment. I also want to say that this is going to be the last set of zodiac readings that I'm going to do. I'm not going to do zodiac readings anymore. I don't really get a lot of views on them, a lot of comments and things like that. So I will just start putting out just random videos of, tarot readings, daily tarot readings, and probably stick to more of the pick a card reading. So like I said, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think about it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye, Sag.